Details only bore me. We just came to play. Everyone around you is just in the way. You don't want my story. You just need a name. And it goes 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4. Make the same mistake on board. Running circles round our heads. Nothing hurts, so we play dead. 5 times, oh, and that makes 6. Really hoping this one sticks. Bang my head against the wall. What's it takes to make us fall? Maybe he can make it better. Maybe he can. Maybe he can. Oh, maybe he can. Maybe he can. Maybe he's gonna sell
Hey there, everybody. This is Alex Holkin of Hard Drive 32. A whole new week, and we're going to start things off by working on some illustration work, followed by bolt tutorials. And just a reminder what this channel is. It's a channel dedicated to 32-bit generation games by making one. So my background's in graphic design, and got to work as an art director at a mobile video game company for about 5 years. And really, it's all about the process from start to finish. Monday through Thursday is typically these dev streams. Friday is going to be when I play games, unless I'm really pumped about something I'm working on the dev side of things. And then occasionally on the weekends, I'll play games. So if you want to keep up to date, see when I'm on, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, so that way you get a notification when I'm live. All right, so let's get started. So on Friday, where we left off is I'm trying to mimic the art style of Hideki Ishikawa. It's been a long time since I've done illustration work. I'm still a little baby nub whenever it comes to drawing. And so this is a great way for me to learn a particular style as well as practice. So to give you an example of the artist that I'm learning from, he is famous for working on Pokemon as well as Power Stone and Mega Man Legends. And I'll just give you a quick example of one of his artworks here. It's gorgeous, very bright, very pop, and a lot of solid shapes. It's got a lot of volumes and shapes that are perfect for 32-bit games, which is why whenever you look back at a game like Mega Man Legends, it still looks so good today because it's got such a refined art style. And so people will see it and be like, oh, it's not super detailed like, say, a AAA game, but it has just so much expression that it still looks great today. It's very similar to the game Wind Waker, which which most gamers will know it, Zelda Wind Waker. It had a cel-shaded art style, aka cartoony art style, that still to this day looks amazing because it took a more illustrated approach to the way it looks. So this is the fellow here, an example of his work from Mega Man Legends. And I did one attempt to just mimic his art. Let's see here. Let me pop them up for you. The first one was I tried to replicate his Mega Man Legends Mega Man title character Mega Man, and I more or less did a somewhat of a trace over and then worked on it. Let's get in here. This is not it, by the way. Still loading up here. It is this one here. And the original is on the left, mine's on the right. And then after attempting this, I did my darndest to try to replicate it within 30 minutes using an inspiration photo, specifically this one. And as you can tell, what I made was horrifying and does not resemble his style, because it didn't get there, because I didn't take the time. I gotta learn. So here's what I'm doing. I was thinking about it. The best way to progress forward in your art is to have a very manageable small goals that you're always working at, little milestones. And so instead of eating the whole elephant in a day, as some might say, I'm going to eat just the head of an elephant today. I'm going to work on practicing the heads of Hideki Ishikawa's character, because that's the thing that weirds me out most about anime characters. I love anime, watch it all the time. It's like normal to me now, but their proportions are definitely subhuman, or maybe, you know, better than humans if you like the 2D girls. But they are odd because their heads are like 60% eyes. So we're going to practice by doing traceovers and then doing side-by-side comparisons, just so I get in the rhythm and flow of things. So I've got my fancy tablet here, and let me check the time. It's 12:30. Okay, so we'll do this for 30 minutes. Then we're going to move on to Unity Bolt and work on the Unity Bolt tutorial. So nothing to do but work away. I'll make sure I've got chat popped up too. Boom. Let's rock. Start with a hard brush. I'll set up. Oops. I'll set up here. Let's see what we got in this noggin here. So normal head in a lot of ways. Scoops down. But then, so when I worked on Mega Man, the head was a lot smaller, but this is an adult character for him, for Ishikawa, so she's got way different proportions for her face. This is almost like what you would expect from a person, a normal human. Okay. Now I'm just marking the typical lines that you would do for drawing here, because I just want to study and focus on what he was doing here. So, for example, on human faces, normal human faces, look here, like a smile. I want to smile at the camera. So, you look here on the edges of your mouth. You travel straight up from the edge of that mouth upwards. One, you'll almost pick your nose, but then two, you'll be at where your eye is, as you see here. So edge of mouth, center of eye. Check out what's going on with this character here. Edge of mouth is here. Definitely doesn't line up with her eye. So even the gap between nose and eye is wider on his characters. That's like little things that I'm trying to learn by doing this, is I'm getting an idea for how he creates these characters. Let's see here, so I'm gonna do very basic shapes because I just want to see how he's shaping all of this here. We're gonna move fast. We're gonna move through quite a few, then move from doing side by side to trace overs to side by side. I just want to see how all this is. One thing that weirded me out last time was when I was working was the neck. I just wanted to know what the length of his character's necks were. Okay. And I'm not going to do the whole body, but I do want to see kind of what he's doing with his hair here. He's doing very... still very shape-based hair, so you might have started with like some form of cylinder and then cut the shape from it. Alright, let's disable her for a second. Kind of roughly what we got here. Pretty scary when you see it without some of the things going on. I'll do my line work a little bit thinner here. So there's one. Let's pull out as many of these as we can, many Ishikawas. Inspo. Boom. Got her. Yeah. Hey, girl. Let's set you up here, girl. Love how he mixes mechanical and human with a lot of his characters. See, oh, here you go. Oh, this is awesome. This is an actual look into how he would frame his characters out. Which looks like he did just a very compressed egg shape instead. So one thing he's doing here, which I'm going to try to do too, now that I've seen how he does this, is he, instead of doing like a, so one way to do a human head is you draw the circle out, find where the brow line is, where your eyes are, and you draw down where you want the head to be looking. So like say this here. And you go up, this is where typically the sides of the head are. Because, you know, a human head isn't a circle. Kind of like elongated. So this is how you would typically draw a head and stuff like that. And you would mark nose, mouth, and then eyes. So if you had a mouth here, you just go up from here. Boom. Boom. This is somewhere where you would put the eyes. Brow, or the eyes are, where the eyebrows are, and the kind of the cavity in which of the skull where the eyes exist. Don't want to spend a lot of time on this, just kind of showing you the basics. And then you can follow the eyebrow ridge to the side of the jaw, and that's where you're going to find your ears, which just go a little bit above your eyes as far as height goes, and then they go about midway to your nose. And let's say I do a quick nose here. Brows. Boy, people without eyebrows, so threatening and strange. And above all this, you'll have the hairline. Whatever it may be. Really quick human for you guys. Just want to show off. So here's the difference that I'm seeing right now. Oh, and then neck. Boom. Guys, sorry, I'm taking time doing this. Just fun. Okay. Drawing people is fun, but you gotta not spend too much time doing it. Okay. Any person, average person. Okay, what he did instead was, if you look here, I had my circle, and then I extended it down to get this jawline. Well, his, on the other hand, looks like he did something like this. He, instead of doing a full circle, he did a very sharp egg shape like this. And then from there, divides in half. Mouth is divided again like a human. Nose. Then the mouth comes right, almost kind of where the edge is. Eyes here, eye line. Okay. And then the ears actually still follow the typical line they should. It's just they're exaggerated. Maybe because this is like a childlike character. Oh, before I continue, I'm actually going to try to record this stream, what I'm working on, to see how it goes. Okay. Got that. And then your neck, if you notice, kind of get this position right. Try to use this line here. See where the side of my jaw is? Like this portion of your jaw, the part where it sticks out the furthest, that's oftentimes where you'll find the neck thickness. And unless you're a person that works out a lot, like a lot, that's gonna be the average location of where your neck is. So if you look for an average person, this would be about where her neck would be. But this is an anime character, so she got a little bit thinner than average neck, so her neck is right. Let's find out. Her neck is right there. Looks like the inner portion of the nose, almost so. Right here. Something like that. Which is interesting. Let's see, and then her hairline. I didn't quite get this right because looks like her head shape should be a little bit more elongated. Let's just fix that real quick. Transform. Let's distort. Oops. There you go. Let's get it a little bit longer. Boom. And then you kind of define some basic shapes for her hair. You don't have to do all these details, just kind of studying it. Looks like I made the gap between her ear and the side of her face a little bit wrong there. And here, cylinder neck. And it does look like her neck does connect to the back here, like a proper cartoon human should. This should be rounded smile, just because she's the angle which she's looking at us. Really quickly. Fill in the rest of this eye. I didn't make her eyes big enough, people. I failed at the anime test. Her eyes are not big enough. That's okay, though. Let's do this. We won't color the eyes, but we'll do that. Relatively something like that. Wonder how true that is for his other characters. How often he does this egg shape. This short, squat egg shape. Like, see, even that, what I just did just now, is gonna be fine for, you know, then going and refining line work. But yeah, check out. I mean, just really quickly, the perspective is gonna be different. But oops. Just how different those two are in comparison to each other. Somewhat in the same proportional realm, just quite a bit different. All right, let's move on to the next one here. I was gonna study B girl, Pokey girl. Let's do a draw over for her. That way we can keep studying this guy's style. Man, time flies. I'm really enjoying myself, but if you guys don't know, so helping family move this week. Friday's the big day. Likely won't stream on Friday this week. Sorry. Just so I can help them out. And I got a wonderful wife who is willing to give me this time. She's awesome. And so that's why I'm able to do this even now. Very kind of her. So anyways, yeah, Friday won't be streaming. Sorry. Regularly scheduled programming after that. In fact, probably a lot more regular after that. Okay. We did the squat egg thing again. But we're getting actual... this is crazy. We're getting actual perspective here, so... Versus that one was more, the other one I worked on was more of a front-on angle. This one is not. The bottom of the chin. Goes up, round. nose is in a higher position than I normally would put it. Mouth's about where you would expect it. And the eyes. Okay. Oh, those are such fun eyes. It's really cool. Got that cat-like eye appearance. Very neat. This is where her ears would be, but she's a robo girl, so she's got these big ear muffs. This is a way low. This is bangs. This character's got like robo bangs. All right, we'll just stop for that one there and check it out with it turned off. Huh. Okay, so that's what we got. That's what we're looking at with her. So it's kind of similar to the other drawing style, or the other drawing with the squat egg, but now we've shifted the perspective a bit. So we're seeing the character's face from another angle. Let me do a quick circle. So if I were to try to replicate this style in a consistent way because of, just my level of drawing, I would do, so this is where she's looking. And I now notice this like squat egg appearance, so this is where the ear should be roughly, so this, but it might be rounded even. No, it doesn't look like it's rounded. And then up, nose, let's see, eyes. Something cool, like let's do this. Do eyes like that, why not? And be a very strong angle, but like that. Mouth. And do hairline about right here. Do a crazy-eyed person. So, looks like a Danganronpa character. Give him crazy eyes like that. Let's make him like a tired character. Ears. They seem to like big ears. I feel like I should make those even bigger than I just did. That's okay though. Give them anime nose. Then what should we do here? What hairstyle? Go spiky and spikes. Let's do hair like the character Komaeda in Danganronpa 2. He's like the crazy character in the game. He's got spiky hair, but it like goes everywhere. Which shout out to anybody that knows Danganronpa. This is such a good series. I don't think this hairstyle would fit his typical kind of characters though, because he loves such shape-based hairstyles. The thing I'm curious about, so he's got this here. Be about where he. So it's almost too rounded, I'd say, what I did here. You look, this is more. Crazy character. You don't have to get too detailed with it. Okay. So it was like applying it to a different character, that same pose. Let's do another one. Let's do our reporter girl. Oh, good. I think we got 2 more drawings, or 2 more characters worth of good practice here. Okay, let's see the draw over in her. Oh, so interesting. Check this out. Okay. So you've got the rounded shape again. Here. As you would do typically. Boom. Okay. We got our ears here. This is, okay, so if we look, this is the character's looking right here. And it curves back. How pronounced are these cheeks? He gave her really pronounced cheeks, so we could do something like this would be a typical figure. And it goes back to the ears. But look how far he pushed those cheeks out. Like, that's astounding. Okay, let's take a moment here. And same thing for the nose. The nose is protruding way further than I would oftentimes expect it. And this is kind of like style, like artist style, and learning that. You draw everything exactly as it should be. Like, he's proportionally got everything accurate. But he's doing a lot. He's pushing things here and there to really give it a dynamic look. Or the personality he's hoping to go for. He does have the correct, if you look at the rule of the edge of the mouth being where the eyes are, she almost follows that here. This drawing. A cute anime nose. But then those cheeks, man. Those cheeks. You got cake in those cheeks, as we say about our baby. I have an 3-year-old and an 8-month-old. Our 8-month-old has the fluffiest cheeks. It's so cute. So, yeah, we'll say he has cake in his cheeks, and so does she. He's got puffy cheeks. Alright, and man, those eyebrows are high. Look at the gap, the comparison of so many of his characters, the eyebrows. I mean, that's not a good example because their eyebrows sit there, but the other ones we were working on, the eyebrows are almost flush with the eyes, but he created a real gap here to give that expression that she's got going on here. Let's practice for a second her hairstyle here, which looks like a Pikachu. Alright, so he did it. Looks like he followed the line of her eyebrows here, and then created a little circle here, a little puff to form her eye, her puffy hair at the front here. And the back of this does follow her skull line. And then we got our 2 little hooks here for her wicked sideburns. Interesting enough, this isn't doing the hook thing that the other side is. Then we've got this tail poking out, which probably extends to the other side. I have to see this character. Also, how many fingers does she have? 1, 2, 3, 4. She probably got 5. A little freaky looking. Yeah. Ah, it locked up. Dang. Why does YouTube, or not YouTube, why does Photoshop doing this, man? Feeling good about that one too. I don't remember if I saved that in this challenge or the study file. We'll find out. While that's loading up, welcome again, Hard Drive 32, channel dedicated to resurrecting the 32-bit generation of games like PlayStation and Sega Saturn by creating one yourself, learning the art style, learning how to do 3D, learning it all from scratch, day one, recording all of it so that way you guys can see the journey and hopefully motivate you guys on whatever you're working on. So if you like what you're seeing, feel free to jump onto the YouTube channel there and subscribe, click the bell, and or jump over to Instagram where we have Hard Drive 32 to keep up to date with updates. And love ya. Let's keep going. Okay. All right, where were we? So yeah, let's turn this out for a second. There's one face that's kind of normal proportions, and then there's the additional right there. So if a character has really pronounced cheeks, then as the angles shift, he really pushes those angles further. Okay. I'd be curious to see this character in game, and I'm definitely going to play Mega Man Legends on stream at some point. Just got to get around to it. So then let's do a challenge here. We got this face, or sorry, this head here. Let's try it again. We're gonna try it again without any kind of assistance here. Got ahead. Okay. Right at this point, they're looking. We go back, and then midway through is about where the ear is going to be. So upsy doodle, and then up through here. Typical jaw. Now let's do a pronounced jaw. Before I do the jaw, I'm going to say the ear line is, or sorry, nose line is here. Mouth is going to be about right here. And the eyes, say mouth goes out that far. Eyes go here. Let's make them nice and big like he does. Same thing here. He's steady. Where's the bottom of his eyes? Bottom of his eyes are typically top and nose. Okay, so we'll do something around here. Let's do, so we did kind of like the rounded look for that one. Let's do something, let's do the cat eyes from earlier for this one. Let's do up and around. Go. That. Make sure that connects. Apparently it doesn't. Okay. Let's do some cheeks again like he did. Go out and then in. The opportunity to go up and over. And what kind of hairstyle should we go with? There you go. Little smile on there. Let's see here. Hairstyle. Let's do something a little bit volume based like he was doing. His other ones. We're looking over here. Cat-like. What do? Actually do like ears right here. I'm gonna do a cat girl. I'm gonna do a cat girl. Guys, I'm gonna do a cat girl. That looks like an elf girl. Maybe she's like a cat from like some other anime, so she's got those little tufts here. Okay. Meow meow, kitty kitty. Right. Won't worry about shading or do anything too crazy. I think I might do is build up these eyelashes just a hair. There we go. What kind of eyelashes does a cat have? Probably like this. A line. So fierce. Here, going down. So eyebrows, typically they follow a bit of the curve of your eyes wherever they're looking. Okay. And then let's go cat girl and let's give you meow. Almost like give her hair in her ears. I don't know if cat girls have that. All right. Cat girl hair. I'm gonna say we got a big tuft. We're gonna do some volume stuff like he does. It's almost like she has a oh, I know. So it's almost like she'll have a tail in the front of her hair here. So go. I think this is matching kind of the style he goes for with his hair. And then she's got here. Gotta do a ponytail in the back. That's what cat girls always do. You do like a ponytail in the back. You can go here, down. And neck. Hey there, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Props to anyone knows what I'm referencing there. We're just gonna do a bell. And big puffy hair in the back. So we'll start here. Oh, make sure it's known that it's a ponytail. So make sure it reads as a ponytail. I'm gonna make sure it kind of points outwards here. Kind of get that beauty queen Etna. I don't know if you guys play this guy before. Look at that disc guy thing going here. By the way, I don't draw anime style often. I'm kind of happy this is turning out okay in the slightest. Yeah, this looks so much like Beauty Queen Etna. I'll show you guys afterwards what I'm talking about. I didn't mean for it to turn out like her, but it sure is her. Oh, shoot. Get those. Okay. What's up? Yes. Okay. Oh, sounds good. Hi, it's my grandma. All right. Here's my grandma. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It doesn't quite work. Dirt. All right. There you go. So, yeah. We'll stop there for that one and move on to the next one. But this is what I'm talking about when it comes to practice is I modeled after another character, then by myself did this, which is markedly better than what I did even last stream. So just these kind of slow improvements where you're incrementally learning from someone else's style and then kind of like applying it yourself. So not perfect by any regards, but got to keep learning it. Anyways, I could fiddle with this character all day. Let's just move on for now. And I might just draw cat girls for some future stream or animal girls, animal boys, whatever, because this was so much fun just doing this quick character. Alright, stopping there and moving on. Alright, so let's see what time we got. We got 101, so I'm kind of running a little bit over on my time for practicing the drawing, but I do want to do one more. Just do one more where I just trace over, and then we'll jump over to Unity Bolt, do that for about 30 minutes, and then that'll be today. Boy, I'm excited. Just a little bit of work, and that cat girl I'm so smitten with. So I'm excited for like the journey ahead and kind of growing on this channel and having you guys with me. It's gonna be cool. For archival purposes, you'll see one boy become much better drawing. Oh, my stuff wasn't saved. I'm gonna be so sad. Oh, my cat girl's gone, guys. Oh, yeah. But like I said, drawings are 1 of 1,000. I shouldn't be beholden if I lost something. All right, so who else do we have for inspiration real quick here? We did that one. We've done that one. I think we need to grab one more. Yeah, let's grab one more. All right. Let's pull from the files here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to study. So right now I'm working on heads. I'll maybe work on heads for who knows how long. A little bit. Oh, here you go. This is how we'll end up. Let's end with this. We have here like one of his concept drawings for roll. And by the way, this is like common game knowledge. Don't be like, oh, he thinks he's so smart by knowing this. But in Japan, Mega Man is called Rock Man, and the idea is it's his friend in the game is Roll. So when the game came out in the U.S., Mega Man is called Mega Man, and his friend is Roll. But the reason she was originally called Roll is so that way it was Rock, Man, and Roll. You know, woman. So rock and roll. So yeah, her name is Roll still in the US version, despite it being a joke about rock and roll. The other thing I was going to say is in Japan, maybe it was in Japan. Someone can correct me on this, and I'd love for that. It's in the Mega Man X games for PlayStation, I remember that the characters were named after rock bands, if I recall right. Like things like Ozzy and Slash and all that kind of stuff. But then when it came to the US, I had to change it because I feel like I remember in Mega Man X a bad guy being called Tornado Tunyon, the Flying Onion, which is this. Let me Google that. I want to know if that's real. Oh, and I told you guys that my cat girl looked like Etna from Disgaea. Let me see. Alright. Here is Etna. Hopefully nothing too inappropriate pops up here. There you go. There's Etna. I guess my character's a little bit different than that, because she's more stylized. Yeah, my cat girl's not total copy of her. But then I was going to tell you, Tornado Tunyon. It's real. Yeah, Tornado Tunyon. There you go, guys. So dumb. Because they couldn't use a rock band name. Alright, let's really quickly fly through this. And the reason why I want to practice this one real quick for the finale is I want to see how the characters look from different angles here. So I'm going to change, instead of being black and white, let's go with something really obvious, like just a red. There you go. Okay. All right there. By the way, my legs are killing me. I do Ring Fit, that's like my exercise, and I've started using weight vests with it, and that is like so tough. You got a little bit more real proportions than I thought you would compared to her art. Okay. Real quickly, I'm just studying things. I just want to see where this positioning is. And her character, compared to the concept art, is a lot simpler, and that might be because they were working on the 3D portion. And, you know, maybe the character designs of Mega Man Legends are the way they are, so geometric, because the designer knew he was working for doing a PlayStation 1 game, so not like you could do really complex geometry to make a complex 3D models. So these simplified shapes really help keep the characters strong and great looking on lower end hardware. See how this is where boom comes down. Instead, it's like, it's so interesting. Anime characters, their nose comes out and that becomes their jawline. This is likely where their ears would be. And then, yeah, and this is what I'm trying to learn to do, is eventually, after all this practice drawing, I want to get to the point where I can create a decent enough character sheet to do some 3D modeling. That is the hope. That is the grand hope. Because that's going to be a big step to working on the game, is whenever I can get consistent enough with my drawing that I can create a character sheet to base a 3D model on. I guess head's about right here. And he probably did this too. So one common thing when you're working on, I'll show you guys in a minute. I'll show you. Let me not get ahead of myself. There's a particular reason character sheets are made and how they're made. So, and I bet someone watching me is like, oh, Doofus is, he's not doing it right. And you're right. You're probably right. I'm learning. But I want to show you guys why character sheets are so important. Okay, we've set that up. Let's turn that off for a second. Boom, that's about the basic shapes we're dealing with Roll's head. But the reason why you want to do a character sheet in the first place is, check this out, is when you're working on a 3D model, it's great if you have this because you can post the character in the back of the scene you're working on, the 3D scene, and begin 3D modeling. And one of the things is you can see how this, look at that, boom. So even though I don't see her face in the drawing on the far right, when you use a character sheet, usually there's like background lines, so that way you can get the line or the heights consistent. So there's like the hips there, bottom of the hands, feet, which, you know, as you see, even there, it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be enough to help both the 3D modeler and the illustrator stay consistent with their character that they're working on. So that's what that character sheet is about, is it provides the other artists on your team the ability to work on the same character or yourself to be consistent. It's so useful. There you go. We'll call that quits for today. Tomorrow we'll probably work on heads one more time. After that, we'll move on to different body parts. And then maybe we'll aim for Thursday as the day I do another attempt at making a character in the style. All right, let's save and quit out of this. Give me one moment here. I'm going to stop my recording for a second. Right. Now then, bring up Unity. And we'll only do a little bit of Unity. Like I said, guys, I'm really pressed for time this week. I can't stream as long as I'd like to, but next week things will hopefully calm down quite a bit, and we can move from there. And just so you guys know, this is just a little reminder for anyone joining. This is Hard Drive 32, channel dedicated to resurrecting the 32-bit generation by making a game of the 32-bit generation, or inspired by. So, for any would-be designers or ones that are designers right now, feel free to stick it out with me, help watch me struggle and hopefully triumph and learn how to make this. And I'm so glad. I love you for being here, and feel free to like and follow. Right, popping open my tutorial. Last we left off, we're working on the AI for the game, and we got it to where, I mean, the problem we ran into. Project to a different version of Unity. Oh, sorry guys. I tried to load it with a different version of Unity. The problem that the project has right now is that hit detection wasn't working. So my character was walking into the enemy, and instead was pushing the enemy instead of actually passing through, causing damage, all that kind of thing. So I have to find out when that's happening. I hope it's not a fault of the tutorial. I doubt it is. Unity's actually pretty good about keeping their tutorials up to date for all their new versions. And I haven't had any problems so far, but we'll see. Skipping new version, because it'll probably break something. That's what Unity is. So let's click play. That's where we last left off. So we got our death working to finally on this big reloads level. For this little poor guy, he's not getting a thing. Clicking our enemy here, and we've got on him enemy. Necro. Let me see if it's embed. No, it can't be embed. Let's go over this tutorial. Let's start from the very beginning of enemy, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. The first thing we'll do is create a root state machine on our enemy. It will have two states. Alive, when they mean it's alive, most of the logic happens, like patrolling, chasing, damaging. For the first time, this will be a super state, meaning it will itself contain a state graph. Previously, we only used flow states, where the child graph was a flow graph. Dead. When the enemy is killed, it should spin downwards and disappear. Open level 3 scene, did that. Select the enemy object, did that. Add a new state machine component. Create a new macro for it called enemy. We got that. Apply the changes to prefab. Right. So then we go to the root machine, or root state graph. Ooh, right now I see it's grayed out, which means it's not working. That's my first hint that something's real jacked up. So if you see transparent, it oftentimes means that it's not active. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Delete this default start state because it's a flow state and we need a super state. Create a new super state, open it, and change its title to alive and go back into the enemy state. Okay. I think I've already seen create a new super state, open it, change its title to alive. Which we don't have to change. Okay. Go back here. Right click the alive state and choose toggle start. Okay. Which I believe we did, but just in case. Right click the alive state and choose toggle start. Sorry, say the same thing twice on stream. Create a new flow state, open it, and change title to dead. Go into the enemy state. Go back into the enemy. Add a transition from alive to dead. Should look like this. Let's see if we got that. Yeah. Okay. Inside the alive state graph, we'll need 3 child states. You can delete the default start one. Patrol, chase, and damage. So patrol will be a super state, which it appears to be empty there. Okay. Chase, when the enemy is nearby, the enemy chases. This will be a regular flow state. Chase, it's... make sure. Yeah, it's a flow state. Okay. Okay. Damage in parallel to patrol and chase. And can inflict damage when colliding with a player. This will be a regular flow state as well. Parallel here means that there will be 2 systems of states in the alive state graph that will run at the same time. One for movement, patrol or chase, and one for damage, just one state. To do that, we only have to define multiple start states. A powerful unique. Okay. Add a super state called patrol. Add a flow state called chase. Add a flow state called damage. Toggle start on patrol. Toggle start on damage. Oh! That's what I messed up last time. I forgot to right click and toggle start for that. Let's see if it works now. So what it means by on start, toggle on start, it means when the level loads, start doing this. Ah, yeah, baby. Okay, that's great, you guys. Oh, I'm so happy for doing it. Okay. And they did give us some sort of error, which I think is related to the invincibility stuff. See, wait for seconds unit, bolt flow, invoke delegate, port enter on wait for seconds. I don't know if that, I can't remember if that was on the player or not. I think it was, let's see here. Damage maybe? Okay, no, it's not that. Okay, it's not gonna be that. Go to back to the player. You got player health maybe? Oh, here you go. Okay, so this is where things are messed up here. Invalid operation exception. Port enter on wait for seconds can only be triggered by a coroutine. This that I need to look at for a second. No, that's not it actually. Maybe it is. Can only be triggered by a coroutine. Maybe I missed something here. Okay, let's jump back to this graph. Why it's throwing me an error is it saying that a valid operation exception port enter on wait for seconds unit can only be triggered by a coroutine. I don't entirely know what this means. can only be triggered by coroutine. Let's find out. Let's both learn something here. Unity Bolt can only be triggered by coroutine. What does that mean? Your event needs to use coroutine units. It needs to be marked as a coroutine too. Flow is not shared across events. It's a new flow entirely. Okay. I understand your statement. The receiving end doesn't need coroutines. Are you saying that because sending part is in a coroutine, hence the receiving end should also? It's a hidden pool. Oh, great. Okay. Called the first time a machine is able for any update method. Start coroutine. That's hilarious, guys. That's just not even... Okay. So that's something in the tutorial that I don't think it mentioned that. Probably because that error doesn't seem to cause any problems, but let's try it again. There you go. All right, fixed. Got an almost flawless game so far. Let's go back to our enemy. And... Gosh, I'm so happy, guys. Getting there. So you guys ever get that coroutine issue, just make sure to jump to your start event and click the boolean, the check mark, to say make coroutine. It can be fixed. Oh, that should be an enemies in AI. What am I doing? I'm in the wrong tutorial. I'm just reading things that don't even matter now. Okay. We got to about this point. Oh. Great. We did it, guys. Walking. Let's take a moment to plan ahead. We know our enemy has to walk in multiple places. It has to walk left and right when patrolling a platform, and walk towards the player when chasing. That's 3 spaces already where we'll need a walking graph. At this point, you should see where this is going. We'll keep everything dry and create a reusable macro. Create a new flow macro asset in the project folder called Enemy Walk. This graph will be similar to movement on the player, but not exactly the same. Okay. Flow macro called Enemy Walk. Macro. Flow Enemy Walk. Okay, we've done so. Probably have to go back to enemy, I'm guessing, and add that to him on the inspector. We go here, you got his state machine, but let's add component flow machine. And the macro that it's going to be using is going to be enemy walk. I'm just getting ahead of the curve, baby. I know this all works now. I wish I did. Okay. This direction input represents an X value. If it is above 0, the enemy should walk right. If it is below 0, the enemy should walk left. If it is equal to 0, the enemy should stay idle. Makes total sense to me. Note the direction isn't a speed. For example, if the direction is -5, the enemy should go left exactly as fast if the direction had been -1. To do that, we first normalize the direction before multiplying it by speed. Normalizing keeps the sign plus or minus, but with a value of 1, unless the value is 0, in which case it is left alone. In practice, it means we calculate movement like this. Okay. What normalizing means is, and it's pretty obvious from, well, I'm not going to say anything's obvious with stuff if you guys are new to it. Normalizing it simply means that, say you did 1 plus 3 and you got 4. Well, in programming, let's say I just want it to be an on-off switch. I would rather it, instead of being sending a 4 into the machine, I'd rather have it send a 1. So what normalizing does is it says 1 plus 3. We're gonna make it equal. Or sorry, let's say 0 plus 3, and 1 being on and 0 being off. 0 plus 3. Nah, we don't want that. We'd rather have just be 1, aka on. Like, let's not complicate this. So what normalizing does is like 0 plus 3. We're gonna minus the 2 off, bring it back to a 1. We're normalizing it. We're making it a certain value. That's kind of what it's saying. Or the reverse works too. Negatives as well. I mean -3, and it'd add 2 to make it -1. Okay. So input, normalize, multiply, get variable object. Input. And, ooh, no. I didn't mean to do that. Get. No, would it be get input? I don't think so. It'd be input direction. Direction? Help? What is this I'm grabbing here? Where doth find input? Thou is confused. Arc, I know not where it is. Hey guys, we did it. But it's got... I don't say anything. Okay, value inputs? No. Right, control inputs? No. What am I getting? What am I getting here? Okay, okay. So value inputs, yes, got it. Type float. I missed this thing. Okay. So float means, hey, look for a number. And then as equal value of 0. Great. Then is there an output here? Inputs. Outputs direction. How do you add the... A value input definition with incomplete configuration is currently ignored. What? Give me something. Even direction. Is that more than just a name though? Or is that actually referencing, like it's actually searching for direction? God, I don't know. Okay. So normalize. Get variable, or sorry, multiply. Get variable. Oh, I forgot to add speed to it. Yeah, let's make a new one. Speed. Add speed to our enemy. How do I add the variable though? How do I dirt? Okay. We got speed here. Now we can reference it here. Oh shoot, I added that to enemy health. That was very dumb of me. Needs to be on. Speed. Got it. Got it. Got it, babes. Easy, babe. It'd have to be probably a float. No, it'd probably be an integer, I guess. No, it is a float. Okay. Float value 2. Yeah, you would want that through smooth. That makes sense. Okay. I want to get bar. Get variable. Object variable. Speed. Multiply. All right. And that value would be set variable. We're going to create another variable called movement. Okay. Be an update event. That means every frame of the game, run this action. Is there anything special with the movement variable? Set variable movement. Okay. Did I create a movement variable earlier and I've just forgotten? I can't remember. Like we did for the first player, we need to flip it. Let's just find the player in that case. If it is the same, I don't want to spend the time doing it. It's a lot more complicated than what they were showing. AB vector 3, set local space. I guess it isn't really. AB set vector 3. Oh, you know what? I might have had this broken this whole time because this needs to be transform set local cell. That's funny. I didn't ever notice my character's never been flipping, but he should have been this whole time. Oops. That's what I should have done. Okay. Almost done, guys, and we'll call it quits for today. Vector 3 equal branch set transform all. Vector 3 Screw it. Let's just do it. It's good practice anyways. Not good enough to figure out where I'm looking for. Fine. Okay. So equal. Sorry guys, just trying to memorize all this in my head. Alright. Vector 3 create. Create. Which it might not be called create on mine because of the language I use. Yeah, it might be new. Ooh, that doesn't look anything like it. Okay, vector 3. 3. I mean, that can't be right. But it darn well could be. That's real close. Okay, that's set. Vector 3. Nope. I swear I'll get this. Oh no, I clicked wrong. Definitely gonna buy eventually the Unity shop thing that had all these pre-made bolt stuff. Okay, it's called new. Man, I was right. I should have just looked for new. I had that, I thought. Vector 3 new. That's what I thought, guys. I thought I had that. Vector 3 new. I mean, technically, I should only need that, right? I'm just sticking with that. X, Y. Fine. Vector 3, X, Y, Z. Fine. I'll do all 3. Normalized value goes here. That variable goes there. Nope, I was wrong on that. So, branch. That's not gonna work. Check if things are equal to. That could go here. And then false will then set local scale. Transform. Local scale set. Yay! I did things. I think I borked it probably, but it won't work. But you know that this time the equal unit takes numbers and allows for an inline value for b. To do this, we need to check numeric in the graph and structure for the unit. Oh, so that's why I didn't have that. Okay. Now it works. Okay. Now this is like setting the velocity of the movement of the character. Oh gosh, guys, so close. So, rigid body, 2D. Get rigid body. Get Y. Rigid body. That's what I want to get in life, a rigid body. I need to work out more. That's not right. Vector 2, just get Y. Okay. Y only. And vector 2 create. Get variable movement. Movement? I guess I just don't remember if I had movement. The variable already created. Vector 2 create. So vector 2 new. Find those two. And rigid body 2 set velocity. Boom. Fine. And then also true combine. I think it's all three of these. No, it's just, okay, set transform. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's just this. I'm gonna read how this works. Let's transform, let's branch, and set local scale, and vector 2 create. Okay. Whew. Almost there, guys. So, meter set. That. Just name, I would think. Float. Okay. Animator. Float. Set float. Okay. Probably like walk or something. Name speed. Okay. Get variable. Movement. And make it an absolute, aka whole number. That becomes the value. Name speed. The animation name speed and they're love it. Okay. Calculate direction movement. And movement. Almost done, guys. Thanks for being here for this. Love it. Appreciate it. Flip. Animate. Speed. Or I should say velocity. Cool. Now I'll do for that. Saving. Okay. Oof. All right. We'll call it there. Next step looks to be setting up the AI for movement, which is great. We'll quit off for now. See here. Well, awesome. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the drawings. We're going to do some more drawing tomorrow, which I'm really excited about because even today was like, went from a D- to maybe a C, and that's pretty effing cool. And got to do some bolt work done, figured out what was going on there. I'm so happy and stoked. So we're getting closer on the bolt tutorial. Happy that you're here. Thank you again for joining me on Hard Drive 32. And feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Instagram. Love you guys, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Ciao.